Hi, I'm Natalie Norman, and my partner for this presentation was Brandon Taylor. Brandon and I analyzed the historical truthfulness on both Christopher Columbus' discovery and 1492 The Conquest of Paradise. Analyzing two very similar movies is always interesting to be able to point out what information both films use and what can be missing. The truth claim for Christopher Columbus' discovery is very self-explanatory from the title itself. There isn't an explicit statement that claims that this is based off of a true story, but based off of historical knowledge and prior knowledge of history, you should already know that Christopher Columbus is in fact a real person who made his mark on history. The truth claim for 1492, The Conquest of Paradise, is stated within a small bio paragraph that is shown after the introductory credits. It claims how 500 years ago, Spain was a nation gripped by fear and superstition. Ruled by the crown, one man challenged the power. Right away, the filmmakers are giving some background information on what is happening within the film and story. They don't specifically say that it's based off of a true story, but after watching the film, you realize that it's based off of Christopher Columbus' life. Compared to Christopher Columbus' The Discovery, which already shows in the title and saying that it's stated that it's based off someone who is true, you can compare that. You can see that after watching the film, that it's based off of also Christopher Columbus, which is a truthful claim itself. The visual accuracy for Christopher Columbus is pretty spot on and good. The costumes look appropriate for the time and looked pretty authentic. The only thing that I would add is a little more dirt and tatter to the costumes to be more of an authentic look for the times. I thought that the location of the film was a very good pick, and I thought that the ships looked amazing. Overall, the visual accuracy was pretty spot on. The visual accuracy for 1492 is also very well put together. Again, the costumes looked very authentic, but I would again add more of a tattered look since these people, have wear and tear to their clothes after having them on a day-to-day basis. I also really enjoyed the setting of the film, which is with really nice greeneries and hills and also a very nice shore and water, and the ships, again, looked very good. So overall, the visual accuracies for 1492 were very spot on. The oral accuracy for Christopher Columbus was definitely a hit or miss. The main thing that stood out to me was how the characters spoke in modern-day English and not Spanish or Italian. Since this film was created for an American audience, you can see why they would make it easier for the viewers to understand what they're saying with English and American, language within the film. But I would definitely say that they needed to have some more of an accent within an Italian or a Spanish, twang to it. So generally, that throws off the authenticity of the film. Another flaw would definitely be the soundtrack of the film, which is not even close to being historically accurate. I would definitely not have an orchestra, and I would have more instruments that were based off of the time itself, which this completely throws off the accuracy of the historical being behind Christopher Columbus. Lastly, the oral accuracy for 1492 was again a hit or miss. The first thing I noticed within the film was that there wasn't any accents with a Spanish or Italian. It was again based off of a modern day English for the viewers. This definitely brings down the historical accuracy and making it less deemable for the times, and it really throws off people who are trying to base this off of a time being itself. But for this film, 1492, the music was definitely more spot on and had a lot more lyrical hymns and a lot less orchestra. So now Brandon is going to touch on the chronological, thematic, and overall assessment of the two movies in historical accuracy. Thank you.